Hey, and welcome to Getting Real Estate in Vegas. I am Bridget Magnus, and this is the Vegas Video Network. Now, it is the first day of fall, or the autumnal equinox if you prefer, but you certainly wouldn't know it to go outside, so stay cool out there. Why don't you stay inside and watch us? And if you've got questions, problems, or suggestions, you can go ahead and email those to gettingreal@vegasvideonetwork.com. You can go ahead and hit us at the toll-free chat line, 866-966-4599, or go ahead and join us on the live chat and get your questions in right away. Now, there are 5 fabulous ways that you could be watching us right now. Of course, you could just be logged into the Vegas Video Network, but we'd also like to thank those of you who've subscribed to your favorite shows on iTunes, those of you who are watching us on YouTube, those of us joining us on Roku, and those who are listening on KSHP AM 1400 at 6 to 10 p.m. on Friday evenings. Well, with that all being said, let's go ahead and dive right into the Friday figures. It's an exciting week in Vegas real estate. Well, maybe not quite as exciting as some people would like, but it's fine for me. Right now, as of this morning in our MLS system, we did have 13,588 available units. Median price on houses was up again to $137,000. Yes, this is great news. Please, it is good news. Condos remain steady at $65,000 at their median price. Of the total, 2,960 are foreclosed properties, with the median price holding steady at $105. Short sales represent 6,139 of our availables, with a median price of $110. We do also have 4,489 non-distressed properties. Median price on those is $180. Yay! In the last 30 days, we have sold 3,939 properties. The median sales price was $105, and the median list price $108. In addition, we do have 13,515 properties under contract to be purchased. Now, I do hope it's not a surprise to anybody that our available inventory went down a little bit and our contingent inventory went up a little bit. That's a good thing because it does mean that those properties are under contract now, as opposed to having become expired listings, having been withdrawn from the market, or anything of that nature. 5,168 rentals are currently available, median rent of $1,100. We also have 2,370 new leases at a median rent of $1,100. So then, we got some news this week, just like every week. Unfortunately, I'm just going to start off with the bad news here. Our local unemployment rate has risen to 14.2%. Now that I got the bad news out of the way, let's have the good news. We did have small increases in home prices in July nationwide and locally, and a big jump in sales in August. That is mostly because we had unusually low sales last year because everybody got in on the home buyer's tax credit, had to close by June. Therefore, nobody was buying in August because they already had. Last bit of news, banks and states are once again sitting down to try and hammer out a foreclosure fraud settlement. Okay, I know you guys love when I do little tours, and this week I decided to stop by a new home development and tour a brand new house for you folks. And can you take any good guesses about who might have built this home? Do you think it could possibly have been Richmond American? Well, yes, it was. This is a model home, and as you can probably guess, the offices are in what will someday be the garage, so that's why we didn't go into the garage. So let's go inside and get started here. Oh, goodness, I had some pixel problems. Now, as you can see, these are not huge lots. It's just the way it is, but you do have plenty of privacy in your backyard. Big kitchen, good-sized, great room. Don't you love that big island?
What was the price of this house?
It starts at $14,950, and as we see it here, it's going to be about $126,000. So as you can see, that's lower than the median price on an existing home. Oh, and we have a cute little pantry back here. You know I can't resist opening a closet door. Got to show things off. I'm going to skip the closet, the garage, but though, as I mentioned, we've got a little closet under the stairs and a delightful little half bath tucked back by the garage. Now it's time to head upstairs. Now this does have the option of converting the loft into a third bedroom, and as you can see, I did show off some of the detail work on the stair rail there. They've done a very nice job. Big landing up here at the top of the stairs, and I could not resist looking out this window. What is that? That's Lone Mountain. We have a laundry room with a utility sink, very nice thing to have. Now we're going to go into one of the two smaller bedrooms, which still is a good size, has a good sized closet. And let's take a look out this window, but I understand we have a question?
Yeah, they're interested in knowing what area this house is located at.
Well, it is in the northwest, and as you can see, it is very close to Lone Mountain. I'm not going to give an actual address on the air, but if anybody wants to go out there and take a look, give me a call and we can get on up there. Back to the tour, though. As you can see, you've got an absolutely panoramic view of the valley from up here, and there's a little park across the way. That is one of the advantages of new developments, is they're putting in things like parks as they build it. You have a Jack and Jill bath here. It is a full bath between these two smaller bedrooms. And let's go back to the second of the small bedrooms. This one, unfortunately, has a view of the house next door. It happens. Not everybody can have the view of the entire valley. Let's get on back to the master bedroom, though. As you can see, it is a much bigger bedroom. We've got one room that heads out and looks over the valley and the mountains. And as we go on out, I'd just like to point out that this patio is included in this floor plan. It is something that Richmond American does that most manufacturers do not. And you've got a pretty darn big bathroom with a big walk-in closet back here. And there's me turning the camera off. So as you can see, this one was a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, great room, pantry, master suite with walk-in closet and full bath, including a private bathroom. Upstairs laundry area, close to where you're going to generate your laundry and put your laundry away, so this is very handy. And there was that balcony that I mentioned. Most manufacturers are going to charge extra for a lot of features. I think it's interesting how many things are actually just flat included with this floor plan. Richmond American, I've talked to their representative and they say that they have won some awards for quality, which is a great thing. It includes a 10-year structural warranty, a 2-year just regular everything warranty, and it does include the Energy Star Low E windows. So it has a lot of very nice features for an extremely reasonable price. Okay, the whole place is only 1,350 square feet. It is not as big as many homes, but it's still a pretty darn good deal for what you get. Let me see. I'm trying to make sure that I have not actually skipped anything, but nope. Since we don't have a what were we thinking this week, go ahead. If you've got one, email it in to us. We'll give you that email address once more a little bit later. Oh, there it is, getting real at vegasvideonetwork.com. We're going to come back with some real advice after this break.
This is David Ivey from Pub Crawl. It's funny because this is David from. You should just leave it on. Hi, I'm David Ivey from Pub Crawl, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. And scene.
I am so glad that no cocktails were harmed. I would feel terrible if they had been. So today we are going to be talking about energy efficiency, ways to save on your heating and air conditioning bills. Here we are, it's the beginning of fall, it's 105 degrees according to my car. This is going to be the time of year, though, where you're going to want to be making changes because the weather's going to be cooling off. It'll be pleasant to work outside. It'll be, not blistering to work in your attic. So let's think about energy-saving things now. These tips do come to us courtesy from Inman News, and the first one is to check on your attic insulation. I know this is kind of the low-hanging fruit. You want to make sure that you have enough insulation to keep the hot or the cold air in your attic instead of into your house. It's not very difficult to put it down. It is something you could probably handle yourself as a homeowner. Unfortunately, this next one you're probably going to need an expert to help you out with: attic ventilation. See, in addition to wanting to make sure that the air from the attic doesn't get into the house, you do want to make sure that air is able to move in and out of your attic. There are a couple of reasons for this. First off, to help the insulation do its thing, and second, so that moisture does not get trapped up there. If moisture does get trapped up there, you could end up with a rotting problem or a mold problem, or I don't even want to know what could be worse than that. You should have 1 square foot of vent area for every 300 square feet of attic space, roughly split between high and low, with a little more on the low side. So you're going to need an expert to help you get more ventilation in if it turns out you don't have enough. Next up, you're going to love this one: plant some trees. Everybody loves trees. Everybody loves the shade of trees. Everybody loves the way trees look. Why don't we plant more trees? I don't know. Trees are going to go ahead and give your house some shade and just a little bit of shelter from the elements. So they are a good thing that will not only save on your cooling bills during the summer, but they are going to increase your resale value a few years down the road, particularly when it is a bigger tree. The next tip is to go ahead and install insulated window coverings or even solar shades. They are very, very popular here in Las Vegas, a screen that just essentially hangs on the outside of the window and keeps the sunlight out there. I have been told by the guys who sell these things that they do also cut down on dust in the home. As far as I'm concerned, that's almost reason enough to go ahead and buy them. I don't know that's entirely true, but I think it's wonderful if it is true. Also, while we're talking about those windows, let's put some awnings over them. Awnings are not only attractive, they add to the appearance of your home, but they are going to keep out the heat, and particularly in summer. They don't do that much towards the cold, but they are going to keep the wind and the rain off of your windows. So that's not a bad thing, is it? This next one there's a little bit of controversy about, and that is to go ahead and run your appliances at night, such as your dishwasher, your clothes washer, things like that. Now, the reason this is controversial is that some people have equipment that is kind of noisy. And I'll just be real honest, if it's letting that much noise into your house, it's probably also letting a lot of unwanted heat into your house. And if it is possible, you should probably consider a more sound and energy efficient unit. But in the meantime, go ahead and run the dishwasher at night. Go upstairs to bed. Don't listen to it anymore. Okay. Let's see. The next thing is popular in other parts of the country, not quite as popular here. Consider installing a whole house fan. So that would mean that instead of having, your little box rooms, your fans or oscillating fans in various rooms of your house, you'd have a big, huge fan up in your attic that is going to move air all through the house. Like I say, I used to have a house in Michigan that had one, and it was amazing how much air this could move and how much more pleasant the house could be in the summer after running it for a few minutes. And the last one, I'm sorry, this is an expensive one. My last tip is to go ahead and replace older windows, particularly if they are single pane windows, and skylights, perhaps if you've got ones with metal frames. Go ahead and replace them with new modern windows and skylights that have new modern features, like the low E windows I was talking about in that Richmond American home a couple of minutes ago. They're much more efficient, they're stylish. Also, this is going to be something that when you go to sell your home at some point in the future, you can go ahead and say, look, I put in new windows in 2011, 2012, whatever. And this is going to add value to your house because that is going to be something that for the next 20 years, people are going to know they don't have to worry about replacing those windows unless one breaks. So that finishes up what I've got to say on this lovely first day of fall. I do again want to thank you for joining us, but if you've got a question, problem, suggestion, or perhaps just a what were they thinking picture, go ahead and email that in to Getting Real at vegasvideonetwork.com. You can also reach us by our toll-free chat line. That's 866-966-4599. And don't forget our live chat next show. I would like to thank you once again for tuning in to hear us today. Have a terrific weekend and drive safely.